Welcome back users. In the last video we have seen the installation of LMDE 5 Linux distro, that is the Linux Mint Debian Edition version 5 distro. That video will soon premiere today. Meanwhile uh, we will check out the LMDE 5 Cinnamon desktop. So we double click on the VM to start it. So this is the grub. Linux Mint is a very successful Linux distro. They have been doing it for years together. I think it is more than 12 years old Linux distro. It is very stable, very strongly stable. You just cannot go wrong with the Linux Mint. It will last you years without any issue. And what the other thing is, it is very easy to use. There are a lot of user manuals, forums, active forums where you can find the solutions to your issues with the system. And they have got a very friendly community on the forums and the other social sites like Telegram, and there are some unofficial Telegram groups also. But most of the places the uh, groups are very friendly, so you will enjoy your time with the social platforms of Linux Mint and the Linux Mint system itself. So let us now log into the system. Linux Mint is very friendly. That's why I have installed it on my father's tablet, and he is satisfied with the Linux Mint. So he has no issues with the system. He is able to concentrate on his work. So now this is the welcome app or the welcome screen of Linux Mint. So Linux Mint believes in handholding the new user. So when you first log in and this welcome screen opens, the first steps you have to take. So do you want to change the accents? So desktop color. So the default color is green. That is the mint green. So you can change the default accent colors. You can select between light and dark mode here. You can select the layout. So if suppose you are a differentially abled or you're old person and you find the uh, icon size to be small, you can change it to modern with a larger panel, and the traditional is a smaller panel. So you can choose between them. Also you can uh, increase or decrease the size of the icons from the panel settings also. Okay, next is you can launch the system snapshot. So if you launch it, it will start the time shift. So already I've done a video on time shift, how to configure it. I will not go into details. It is very easy. For the non BTRFS file system you have to use rsync, and for the BTRFS file system you have to use the BTRFS type of snapshot. And then you just go ahead, you specify, say you specify the location where the snapshot will be stored, and you specify the user files which need to be backed up. The user file or even the system files also can be backed up. So you can see a detailed video I done on timeshift utility. There are two videos, please watch it. So here since there is only one virtual HDD, there are no other partitions. It will store the snapshot on the root partition itself. So then you have to just select yes. So you specify. So you say I want only 2 backups per daily. So you specify that. I don't want weekly or monthly. Say I want 2 backups monthly. I don't want any weekly backups. I want 2 daily backups. So that this is the configuration. If you want, you can even have a boot backup of the boot. So say one backup of boot is enough, because anyway you will not install more than one or two systems alongside the Linux Mint. So if you take one backup and keep it one or two backups, it will be more than enough. Then you select next. So if you want to take a backup of the complete root, you click like this. If you want to take a backup of only the home folder, you uh, click this. If you want only hidden files, to include only hidden files, then you have to select this. If you want to, yes, like this. And if you want to exclude all the files, you have to click like this. So I will include all the files from the home folder and exclude all files from the root, and then you have to, now the setup is complete and you have to click finish. Okay, now let us go. Okay, now the media codecs. So additional media codecs are required to perform some formats and to play popular audio, video and web content. Click on the button to install them. So this is very useful for the new users. They don't know how to install the extra codecs from the terminal or from the software store. This is very easy for them. So take some time to learn the new system. So better to give the user opportunity to do the extra settings which are difficult for the new user right from the welcome screen. So this is it. So the Mint Meta Codex pack is there. It is a meta package. So when you install this, it will pull all the extra codecs. So the bullseye backports is enabled. So you get the latest versions of the software packages whenever they are released in the repos. So the your system remains quickly clean and fresh. So it will take some time to download. Meanwhile, we can check the update manager. So if we launch the update, okay, the update manager is, there will be a clash. Better wait for the installation of media codecs to complete, and then only we will open the update manager. So these are the all codecs. Linux Mint is the next best next to the Debian. I can tell you, Debian is the best Linux distro. Next is the Linux Mint. Even Ubuntu is good. So second tier Ubuntu is good. Linux Mint is there. The first tier I always keep Debian and Fedora. That those are my favorites. So okay. Meanwhile, this is updating. We can launch the firewall and check it out. The firewall is the default GUFW firewall. That is simple firewall. It will just now boot up, and I will show you what configuration to do. Okay. So nothing. You have to just toggle the slider to enable the firewall. Default settings are deny all incoming connections, and outgoing connections are all allowed. You can specify your own rules and add to the default rules from here. You can check out the reports here. You can check out the logs here. So it is enabled. I will switch it off. Now still it is downloading. What we can do is I will cancel it because there is no need right now. It is just a review, but you now know how to do the updation of the codecs and adding new codecs, extra codecs to the system. So that's it. Now let us go to the software manager. The software manager is nothing but the Genome software manager, because Cinnamon Desktop is based on Genome technologies. So it uses many of the apps of Genome Desktop, including this Genome Software Store or Software Center. So let it generate the cache for a moment. We wait for the cache. Okay. Meanwhile, the update is getting cancelled. Okay, the update has now cancelled. Okay, okay, it is running. We just wait for a moment. Okay, it is asking for the password. Okay. So Linux Mint by default it adds the user to the sudo's group. So you have to use sudo to when you are using terminal to execute any system related commands. And while opening the software manager also you have to input your password. Okay, so this is the Genome Store. Okay, it is installing some packages, I think. Okay, that is not an issue. So the editor speak, you have got the cheese selfie app. The Stellarium is for the astronomers and the astro enthusiasts. MPV is the player. Wine is emulator, Windows emulator. So you can install your Windows apps and use them on Linux. So, okay, just a moment. System is little hanged. Wait. Okay. Okay, now there are some updates. It will show up because by default, when the system first boots up and the software store updates the repos, local repos with the server repos, then the update manager will show you all the available updates. So around 195 MB worth of 29 updates are there. So this being a Debian system, only the necessary bug fixes, security updates and patches are available. So there are no newer packages every now and then. So whole system is very stable. Do you want to switch to a local mirror? So it will ask if I say yes, it will the switch to Indian mirror, or else if you do say no, it will continue to sync from the main server of the Linux Mint. So I say no. We will close this down. Okay, so we were there in the software manager. So Gleam, Blender, all the generally famous and most wanted software is there inside this Genome Store of Linux Mint Debian Edition. So Genome Maps, FileZilla, Steam is also there, so you can play games. Spotify, multimedia codec pack is there. Dropbox is there. You got accessories, fonts, games, graphics, science and education, all application. Flatpak support is also there. System tools, sound and video. So let us check out the Flatpak. Okay, so Flatpak is enabled by default. So immediately after installation, you can install the Flatpak app. So these are the Flatpak apps available. It is full. So Volta is a backup client. Obsidian is there. Flatsail is there. So this app is used to manage the Flatpak permissions. Cherry, many Slack is there. FreeTube is there. All you can think the apps are there because of the Flatpak. Many more apps are available. See, I'm just scrolling. You can observe video cutter is there. PDF Arranger, Stellarium, Qubit Torrent. This is a open source BitTorrent client is there. Blanket is there. Element is there. All sorts of software are there. Lollipop is the music player, music collection and player. Color Paint is there. That is the KD app, but it is there. Kodi is there. Kodi is the ultimate entertainment center. It is an entertainment server. Skype is there. Transmission, shortwave, LLMS, Flameshot, everything is there. You can even do your audio video studio work from this Linux Mint. So you just need to install the different apps for your audio video studio and you are ready to go. Everything works fine because it is based on the stable Debian package base. For the coders, there is VS Codium is there. Many Handbrake is there for the audio video creative people. Lossless cut is there. So everything is there in this. Jitsi is also there. So if you want to have a meeting between your core developers, you can use the Jitsi Meet. Everything is there. So Debian Store is very big. So Linux Mint uses the Debian Store to the advantage and serves it to the users. System tools are also available. Let us check. So Wine, BleachBit, Synaptic package manager is there. Everything is there. Mint menu, advanced Mate menu is there. GUFW, so graphical user interface. That is already we have installed. So it is there. Hence the green tick is there. Now NVIDIA settings to manage your NVIDIA cards, graphics cards. So everything is there. What you think the software is there. So Intel microcode is already installed by default. Boot repair is also there. So this is a tool to repair the graphical tool to repair boot problems. So everything you think it is there. It is very nice system. It is one of my favorite distros. So first is Debian, Fedora and Linux Mint are the three most preferred distros for me. Second tier is Ubuntu. MX Linux is also very good. You can put MX Linux in first also with the other three. Second tier is Ubuntu, which right now I am using, but it is the Ubuntu Studio that I am using. Because of my special needs, I had to install Ubuntu Studio. Of course, I can do the same work in Debian also, but I had to do many configurations. So Ubuntu Studio comes pre-configured for with all the audio video tweaks. In Debian I have to do it myself, so it takes a lot of time. So we have seen the store, we shut it down. Okay, it is installing some packages. So I think okay, so it installed some packages also. Okay, now let us launch the system settings. Let's see. Okay, so this is the theme app. Let us check. So here you can apply the different themes and tweak the themes. You can mix match the themes. So window borders you can change. You can change the icons. Here is the default icons. Let it open. Okay, so there are a lot of different colors icons. You can choose any one from them. You can choose the control look. So the control buttons at the top right of the window. You can choose the different styling, color styling of the controls. Mouse, only three are there. You can install more from the store. Now the desktop themes. So we have got lot of desktop themes, light and dark as well, and you can install some more. I will show you. So go to the add remove. It will download the images for the themes available in the store, and you can select and download the themes and then apply it. So you can download any of those themes. So a lot many are there. You can choose what you like. And the settings, now let us go and check the settings. So miscellaneous options like show icons in menu, show icons on buttons, scroll bar behavior is there. So it is a nice theme theming app. In the settings menu, we go back. Then we can choose the font selection from here. Here you can choose the effects. Okay, right, what is happening? Oh, this is the Genome online store. So you can add the different online accounts. Say you got Google, Nextcloud, Facebook, Microsoft, Flickr, Foursquare, and Microsoft Exchange. And then IMAP SMTP and the enterprise login. So you can add your enterprise. There's a company ID here from here. Then you can choose the different backgrounds. Okay, so there will be lot of wallpapers available because Linux Mint also provides the wallpapers from the older releases. So user has lot of choice. It will take some time to open. Okay, now it is populating the wallpapers now. So a lot of themes and everything is available. You can use any one of them. The top Linux Mint is the default themes for this particular release. And these are the older Una, Uma, Ulisa, Uliana. Those are older. So these are the dark and green themes available. Those are defaults. Then you can go check Uma. Let us check it out. So these are the themes for the Uma release of Linux Mint. So that's it. Accessibility features are there. You can administer the account details from here. You can do the settings of applets, date, time, dexlet. So you can add the new dexlets to the desktop. This is the desktop app, so you can choose the desktop layout, the computer, which kind of desktop icons you want, and show icons from the missing monitors. Now you can add the extension, so extensions will be added to the desktop. So there are 20 extensions available by default. You can even add more. So transparent panels, if I add, say I add transparent panels here, and then after the installation you go to the manage side, and then you add it from the add button. Okay, and then you can do the settings from here. Okay. Okay, now install it. Now it will allow to do the settings. Okay, so I will do type of transparency fully transparent. Okay, now look, the panel has become transparent. So like this you can check out all the extensions available. Now this is the preferred apps are there. This is the privacy settings, this is the screensaver settings, the notification settings, language settings, input method settings, the hot corners, this is the general settings, this is the windows setting, window tiling is there, and workspaces are there. So let us check out the panel. What is, so here you can do the settings for the panel, like auto hiding the panel, customizing the size of the panel. You can change the panel appearance for the left, center, and right zone of the panel. You can change the scaling of the icon sizes. Okay, everything is possible. Now let us go to the tiling section. So enable windows tiling and snapping. So this will enable. So when there are multiple windows, they will automatically tile according to the settings done here. Now let us go back. Okay, what are those preferred applications? Let us check it out. So it gives a long list of file applications. Preferred application for file manager is file, web is Firefox, mail is Thunderbird. Like this, calculator, the calculator app is there. And these are the settings for the removal media. So I need not go, you already know everything. Now let us go to the Windows. So these are the settings for the Windows title bar behavior and Alt tab settings. Alt tab. So how to rotate between the windows, cycle through the windows. That is the Alt tab. Buttons layout. So right, left, actions on title bar, double click, action on title bar, middle click. So those are there. Now the behavior, the Windows focus and moving and resizing windows. Those settings are there. And Alt tab is switcher style. So here you can do those settings for the Alt tab. We go back. Now here the hardware settings are there. Say if you click on disk, it will open up the disk partitioner. So this is the display settings, network setting, power management setting, printers, sound, system info, and the administration. Say login window. Let's check out the login window settings. Okay. Okay, so these are the settings for the login window. So background, you can change the background of the login screen, background color. You can draw user background, draw a grid. You can change the theming for the login screen, icon theme, mouse screen. Then you can change the optional pictures. Now you can allow manual login, hide the user list for the users. So different automatic login also, there are some settings. There are some general settings. So if you want to add the accessibility options to the login screen, you can toggle this option. You want to see the clock, you toggle it. The clock format you can change from here. The battery power, it will show, the login screen will show battery power. If you toggle it off, then it will not show the battery power. So like this, there are host of settings available. So now we switch up. We have seen the system settings. Now the documentation part. Okay, we are back to the welcome screen, and these are the documentation settings. You can launch those. You can and read the release notes and documentation. And there is a help also. So the link to the web forums is there, and link to the IRC chat room is there from here. And if you want to contribute, you have to use this link. So you can contribute in your capacity as a developer or a artist, creative artist, or an administration person from here. So you have done the checking out of the system settings, updates, time shift, everything, all the system utilities we have checked. We have checked the wallpapers also. So most of the things are checked. So we will stop here. The system review is almost completely done. If you want to check, okay, the updates we have not applied, but still some updates were selected by default and installed, some critical updates. Rest of the updates to the apps is pending. Apps and some system updates are pending, but some were applied by default, so we could not uh, stop those updates from getting installed. What is that? Let us check out. Okay, it is the Firefox web browser. So this is the detailed review of Linux Mint Debian Edition version 5 Cinnamon Desktop. Thank you very much. Continue to be in touch with the channel. Watch our videos regularly. Share, subscribe them. Comment on the videos. Do not forget to click on the bell icon so that you don't miss any of the videos. In the next video, we will try out a different Linux distro altogether. Thank you very much. See you. Bye bye.